What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I would like to welcome you all to another edition of Wayne's Perspective, where we operate in discipline, decency, integrity, and respect. And I'm coming through with another video just for you. All right, so currently it is June 10th, 2024. And as I'm beginning to start each and every one of my videos, I hope everyone is doing okay out there, taking every day one day at a time and living life the best way you know how. As for me, going into a Father's Day weekend in which there are no concrete plans right now, but looking forward to it either way. So, with all that being said, I'm doing okay. Had a decent enough work day, got some things taken care of in terms of that. So, other than that, y'all know me, taking every day one day at a time and living life the best way I know how. So, getting to this video, I'm not going to preface it with a full-blown intro or anything. I think you can look at the title and know pretty much what this is going to be about. I'm not sure if any of you listening has heard about what happened in Wisconsin with that dad at his daughter's graduation and what happened with one of the school board members, but we're going to get into that in the video. So this is going to be another reaction video courtesy of the Trey King Show. So shout out to him. Make sure y'all give him a follow if you haven't done so already. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this one. It's an interesting story. Like I said, not sure if any of you heard about it, but we're going to take a look at it. And of course, I'm going to offer my thoughts. And again, shout out to the Trey King Show. Fair usage for the video, fair usage. So here we go, y'all. It's a dope intro right now.
We're learning more information about an incident at Baraboo High School's graduation between a parent and the district superintendent on Friday.
In the video, you can see a parent approach the stage, grab the superintendent, Rainey Briggs, and move him out of the frame before what is believed to be the parent's daughter being able to shake the hand of the superintendent. The video continues, and you can hear Briggs say, "Get off me." You can see individuals take the stage, escorting him off, and multiple people moving the parent off the stage as well. And comments on social media say the parent did this in protest of how the superintendent and the district handled bullying incidents related to his daughter.
All right. So before Mr. King go ahead and cook and talk about this, I just want to give my initial thoughts right here. Okay, did you see how he walked up on stage just like, without a care in the world? And I got to ask this, who the hell do these people? Okay, now let me rephrase that. Who the hell does this guy think he is? I mean, when you see something like that, the only thing that came to my mind when I first saw it was the Trump effect. And what do I mean by that? Because ever since Trump came down that escalator in June 2015, we've been seeing instances like this. We've seen it all through his 4 years in office. And even though we didn't see a lot of it after he left office, we're still seeing it right now, And it just became a license to, for people to pretty much accost people and just do whatever the hell they want and feel as though they can't be checked or challenged for it, And just looking at his daughter looks so embarrassed and so hurt, and I can only imagine that the moment for her was bittersweet because it's sweet because, she's graduating and that's an accomplishment, but it's bitter and the effect was wrong because her dad came up on stage and just did that. And like I said, who the hell does this guy think he is? I mean, you just come up on stage like that, you putting your hands on somebody, and I think in this case, does the race factor play a role? It might, but still, even if the guy wasn't black, what gives you the right to just come up there and just put your hands on somebody and just usher them off? Like, what? Like, where do you do that at? Oh, yeah, America, that's right. So, I mean, it's just crazy, man, So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna have some additional thoughts, but those were my thoughts I wanted to, chime in with before the video got started. I mean, the nerve of these people, man.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all in the video. Hope y'all having a very great day. Hope y'all having a very great week. My day is going absolutely marvelous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers of the Trey King Show family, and much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Wisconsin by way of Madison. And big shout out to everybody in the great state of Wisconsin everybody inside the great city of Madison. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And yes, you all know what today is. Today is what? Not Thursday. Today is what? Freaky Friday. And this story right here has freak written all over it because the dad clearly overstepped his damn boundaries. Now, as you all may know from watching me for the last 7.5 years, one thing I do not like is somebody putting their hands on you, especially for no damn reason. As in the case of this story right here, where we have a superintendent who goes by the name of Dr. Brainy Briggs, and also a disgruntled, mean-ass dad who goes by the name of Matthew Eddy. Yes, 49 years old, looking every bit rough and tough. I don't give a damn what nobody say. 69 in the face. Now, Matthew Eddy was seen on video just a few days ago, bone rushing a graduation stage and putting his hands on the superintendent. And all this is over, yes, a petty damn disagreement.
You see, a petty disagreement. So you couldn't put that to the side just for one moment. It doesn't matter how big or small the disagreement is. You had to ruin your daughter's moment just for that. Like I said, you know, people, look, I swear, man, I love my country, don't get me wrong, but still we live in a society with a lot of selfish people, man, you know, and it's crazy now. Most people may not want to hear that, but that is the honest truth. You know, most people in this country specifically are just so selfish. And what this father did was incredibly selfish. I mean, whatever issues you got or whatever dispute or disagreement that you have, you know, you put that to the side and you handle that, you know, off campus or even on campus if you're going to be in the office or something like that. But you don't ruin your daughter's moment. You know, I mean, she can never get that moment back, you know, but of course, when feelings and emotions and all of that stuff is involved, you know, people just don't think, they just react just like that, you know, because I clearly can tell that this guy, he wasn't thinking when he went up on that stage. And even though I know Trey King is going to talk about this now, just imagine if the superintendent, you know, knocked the ever-loving sugar honey iced tea out of him. Then who would have been in the wrong here? Oh, yeah, that's right. The superintendent would have been in the wrong, and then the father would have been a victim, right? I digress. Let's continue on.
Something that happened a few months ago, what a superintendent, Dr. Brainy Briggs, had to discipline Matthew Eddy's daughter. We're not going to say the daughter's name, even though she's 18 years old, but the story has something to do with her, but it has more to do with her dad because she wasn't doing anything wrong at the graduation. Now, I know some of you all thought when you first seen this video, what is really going on with the superintendent and also this dad bone rushing the stage? And also, why did it take so long for the people around to respond? So I want to dig right into the story. I want to ask you all this right here. Do you think the responsibility took so long if the guy that was bone rushing the stage was black?
Let me answer that now. I know the answer to that. If the guy that bum rushed the stage was black, oh no, everybody would have rushed him. Everybody. I mean, it wouldn't have took a second. Then again, you have to ask, okay, would he have even gotten up on the stage that quickly to begin with? You know, but no, either they would have stopped him before he made it to the stage, or if he would have made it to the stage, they would have bum rushed him with the quickness, you know, especially if the superintendent was white, you know. So again, we can't let loose of the race factor here. That plays a part in it, you know. So be that as it may. But yeah, the people on stage did take a while to, you know, get to the guy or whatever. And I think they probably was just so stunned with what was happening. They were frozen in that moment in time, and they just, you know, they was just in shock and disbelief until they moved in. So I give them the benefit of the doubt with that. But yeah, flip that around. If the guy who ran the stage was black, oh yeah, it would have been a different story. We all know that.
And also the superintendent was white. Do you think that it would took so long for these other guys to react? Because as you can see, they took their damn time getting over there. Now, I understand that you got a couple of them out there, 50, 60 years old, weighing about maybe, you know, 250, 300 some pounds. So maybe they cannot move that damn quickly. But surely somebody should have reacted much faster than this. And it's amazing that Superintendent Dr. Brainy Briggs did not whoop Matthew Eddy's ass.
And he would have had a right to do so. But, you know, the superintendent, you know, they are expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner. And I get that. But again, he would have been well in his rights to, you know, like I said earlier, knock the ever-loving sugar honey iced tea out of him. You know, I mean, he would have deserved it. But then again, like I said, the superintendent probably would have been held accountable for his actions, and then the person who rushed the stage probably would have been looked at as a victim. But then again, you brought it on yourself. You can't just go around putting your hands on people like that, you know. And again, it's that Trump effect. I'm telling you, we're going to be living with that for quite some time, where people just feel like they have the right and the unmitigated gall and the arrogance and everything else in between to just be putting hands on people with no recourse, no way of being checked or held accountable or anything. But if you flip that around and you do it to them, that's when it becomes a problem. But I digress.
Now, let me ask you all this right here, family, because I know some of y'all laughed at that. I'm trying to be very serious, you know, even though it's hard sometimes. What would you have done if you was a superintendent and some ninja rushed the stage and put their hands on you? I know one thing I would have done. I would have took off that damn coat and we would have tore that damn stage up. Or like 3-6 Mafia used to say back in the day, tear the club up. Or I would have told them this right here.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside?
Catch me outside. We would have went straight outside and I would have lit that ass up. Now, I know some people are saying, well, Trey, is this racist? Was this a racist attack or was it a personal attack? To be honest with you, I think it was more personal than racist, even though I think race played a part in this. Let me ask you all this also, family, before I dive a little deeper in the story. Now, do you think the dad, Matthew Eddie, crazy ass, do you think he would have went up there and put his hands on a white man?
Well, I would say probably not, but then again, it depends on the situation. If it was highly personal, well, no, I take that back. If the superintendent was white, he wouldn't have went up there. This is something that would have been taken care of off stage. You know, it wouldn't have even got that far. Now, if he was Muslim, he would have ran up there. If he was Puerto Rican, he would have ran up there. You know, so again, we try not to make it about race in a case like this, but when it comes to what's happening, you can't help but bring the race factor into this, you know. So like I said, black man, Puerto Rican man, a Muslim man definitely would have went up there. White man, no, not so fast.
If the superintendent happened to be white, I doubt that very seriously. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, well, did the dad get arrested? And yes, the dad did get arrested. The dad was only charged with disorderly conduct. So for my people in the great state of Wisconsin, as you all see, you see this man, Matthew Eddie, put his hands on the superintendent. So when somebody put their hands on you like that in an aggressive manner and start pushing you and shoving you, is that not battery? I know damn well down south, that's battery and also a warrant to get your ass whooped.
That's right. And it should be battery because, again, like I said, when you come off just putting your hands on people like that, you know, let's continue.
But at the same time, why do you think this dad was only charged with disorderly conduct? Was it because he's a white man, or was it because it wasn't that serious, or should he have been charged with battery?
Well, I would say probably because it wasn't that serious. If it had escalated, there would have been some charges. I'll say that, you know. But the fact that it was just, you know, what we saw in this video, that's probably why it wasn't any more charges. But yeah, rest assured, if it would have escalated to, you know, more of a physical thing, then yeah, charges would have been brought up.
Because clearly, as you all can see, he was gripping the hell out that damn superintendent arm. Look at him. Got a damn grip like a cobra. Now, think about this also. This goes to show you that people can have stuff against you and you won't even know it. Now, like I told y'all a few minutes ago, an incident took place early in the school year where Matthew Eddie's daughter had to be disciplined by the superintendent, Dr. Rainey Briggs. Now, what all that entail, they did not say. But you have the dad, Matthew Eddie, like people have been doing recently, coming out in the news, telling his side of the story and not telling the whole damn story. So he wants you all to think that they had a lot of issues, as you all see at the bottom. But the only issue that the superintendent, Dr. Rainey Briggs, can recall was this one time he had to discipline Matthew Eddie's daughter. And that was it. He said he really don't even remember the man. But it goes to show you, people will remember you. Now think about this. You waited until your daughter's special day to make an ass out of yourself. You waited till that day, thought that you was going to make the superintendent look like a fool. But guess what you did, sir? Yes, you made your damn self look like a fool because clearly you overstepped your boundaries and you lucky the superintendent did not give you a 10-piece with a damn biscuit. You get what I'm saying? I know damn well what I would have done. Now, you sitting up there all this time, all this school year, waiting for your daughter to graduate, only to make a fool out of yourself and her. And did you?
And that's, yeah, he about to go into a look on her face. Let me pause it right. Unpause it.
See how hurt did she look?
Right.
I mean, look at her. She looked very hurt. So
she was hurt. And it's like, you know, it was he embarrassed her and and just ruin the effect, because I mean, you're only going to go across that stage once. And because of his selfish actions, again, he ruined the moment for everybody, and I feel for her, I mean, that was totally uncalled for, totally uncalled for.
So, Dad, think about this. Not only you made yourself look crazy, make yourself look stupid, and caught you a whole damn charge, even though they only charged with disorderly conduct. But it's a good thing also the superintendent put a restraining order out on you, even though you all have to go back to court in August for that. But at the same time, you made yourself look very stupid trying to make the superintendent look like a fool when clearly, evidently, all of this is because of you. Now, if your child did something wrong at school or whatnot, we really don't know because they're not releasing the details as what happened, but I'm very sure that it was nothing major. And ask yourself this today also, family. What kind of parent put their hands on a school official, superintendent, principal, or whatever? What kind of parent does that when your daughter or your child, your son did something wrong? You get what I'm saying? It seems like to me that you would be more trying to correct yourself and also your child. But anyway, it's a good thing that Matthew Eddy, dumbass, was arrested. But like I told y'all earlier, they only charge him with disorderly conduct. So once again, before I dig deep into the story, do you all think that he should have got charged with disorderly conduct or battery? Because as you all can see, once again, he's pushing and gripping the hell out of that man. And like I asked you all earlier in the video, do Wisconsin have different laws from other states when it comes to battery and also assault?
Now, I'm pretty sure Wisconsin probably got some different laws, and I'm not going to even research them for this, but I'm pretty sure they do. Now, what do I think he should have been charged with? Well, if I'm being objective here, disorderly conduct, yes. Battery, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little indifferent on that, but definitely disorderly conduct. Now, again, there would be charges if things escalated, if things got more physical than what they did. So, I guess we'll have to wait for an update. But yeah, disorderly conduct, definitely. Battery, not quite sure. But let Mr. King continue.
Even though this is not assault, but clearly things could have went left in this situation, and it's a good thing the superintendent did not bring out that hood side, because I was just waiting for it to come out. But as you all can hear, the superintendent was telling him to get off of him. And also, Matthew Eddy was cursing at the superintendent. Like, is all this warranted? You waited a whole school year just to make your damn self like a fool in front of the world in hopes of making the superintendent look crazy. But guess what, though? That's why you got to be careful what you do to folks, because guess what? It may just come back on you. But anyway.
That is true. And like I said, at his daughter's graduation, I mean, I can't get off of that part. I mean, you ruined it. You ruined the moment for your daughter. Now, what you going to tell her? How are you going to explain this to her if you haven't done so already? What's your reason? Now, assuming that she's going to go to college, because she probably will, I wouldn't be surprised. And also, I wouldn't blame her if she decides to not invite him to that graduation as well. So what? So you can do this again and ruin that moment? Come on.
Anyway, we'll break the rest down as I read a quick snippet from this story. I'm going to read a quick snippet from this story, and I'm going to give my opinion, all of it. Surely, as we go, Wisconsin parent pushes Barbaroux superintendent at high school graduation. And man, imagine how hurt your daughter must feel. And if I was your daughter and you ruined my special day like that, I would have to tell you about yourself, or I wouldn't speak to you for a while, because clearly you overstepped your damn boundaries. Anyway, a video from Barbaroux High School graduation last week showing a man pushing the school district superintendent away before he could shake hands with his daughter has sparked intense commentary, and also some people are describing this attack as racist. So once again, do you think it's racist, or do you think it was just very dumb? Even though I think it's a little bit of both.
Well, let me pause it right there. So I'll say this. There probably is an element of racial tension here, even if it's not as blatant, because again, had the superintendent been white, he wouldn't have done that. But again, with this being a black man, they feel as though they could put their hands on us with no repercussions whatsoever. So yeah, he would have done that. And like I said earlier, he would have done that if the guy was Puerto Rican or if he was Muslim or anything like that. Yeah, he would have done it. So there is a racial element here. I do agree with that. And yeah, his actions were irresponsible and arrogant and disrespectful. Yes, all of the above,
And also, I think more so that this guy clearly overreacted. Now, I'm not saying it's totally racist, but at the same time, like I asked you all earlier, would he have done this to a white man if there was a white superintendent? And once again, why did it take everybody so long to react? Now, what if Matthew Eddy would have came up there with a knife or a gun and started attacking the superintendent, what would have happened then? You get what I'm saying? And where was the damn security at? You mean to tell me at this damn graduation, like most graduation has, y'all have no law enforcement there? No damn body? Where was the school police officer at? Where was the school security at? I mean, damn, somebody should be on that stage.
Well, let's put it this way. If the superintendent was white and the person that rushed the stage was black, you would have saw all that presence up on that stage. I guarantee you that.
But like I said, it's a good thing the superintendent, Dr. Rainey Briggs, did not bring out that hood side. Because, sir, Matthew Eddy, how you think you gonna go around putting your hands on a grown-ass man, even if it was a woman? But what kind of man is gonna let another man attack them like that? See, like I say, you thought that you was gonna make the superintendent look like a fool, but what you did is made yourself look bad, made yourself look like a damn fool. So we can clearly tell who the problem is. So no matter what you want to tell the news station, no matter what you want to tell these other websites and whatnot, we can see who the problem is. We can see who the aggressor is. Anyway, let's continue. A citation from the Barberville Police Department showed that the father was charged with disorderly conduct and is scheduled to make a court appearance in August due to this charge. A damn shame, sir. And you thought that you were just going to sit up here and make this man like a damn fool. But I do not understand why in the hell they only charged him with disorderly conduct. So family, once again, why was this man not charged with battery? Because as you all can see from the video, he is pushing the hell out the superintendent, grabbing on this man. You get what I'm saying? So is that not battery or is that disorderly conduct?
Like I said a few moments ago, definitely disorderly conduct. And I think the reason why battery wasn't charged was because things didn't escalate into a more physical confrontation. Because again, when you look at the video, you know, it could have escalated. It could have gotten way worse. So yeah, in a case like that, I think they would have added more charges. So that's my answer on that one. And I guess we'll have to wait and see in August, you know, if we get another update, if any additional charges are going to be filed or if it's just going to be disorderly conduct.
I mean, because he could have stood up and started cussing, and guess what? And got charged with disorderly conduct. He could have stopped there and threw some paper on stage, and guess what? That would have been disorderly conduct. So you mean to tell me that you can get your happy ass out your seat, bone rush the stage, put your hands on a man, shove him out the way, curse him out, and you only get charged with disorderly conduct? No, that don't even sound right. But anyway, let's close up. And in closing, a judge has also ordered the man to have no contact with Superintendent Rainey Briggs after a temporary restraining order was filed. A hearing is set for June the 14th. And guess what? If I was Dr. Rainey Briggs, I'll be pushing the issue. Since you want to sit there and try to embarrass me, thinking that you're going to put your hands on me, that's
okay. He said June 14th. Okay, but I thought a few moments ago he said, okay, so I'm assuming that an initial hearing is going to be on June 14th and a court date is going to be in August. I think that's what he's saying. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's where we draw the line at. I don't give a damn who you are. Keep your hands to your mother effing self. You get what I'm saying? But on the real though, you were so lucky that the superintendent not show his ass. So I got to applaud him for showing great restraint, because how many people gonna sit up here, number one, and let you do them like that in front of everybody? Now look, I know the superintendent is a professional. You get what I'm saying? I know that he's very academic or whatnot. But at the same time, you still got to remember, that's still a man, no matter how you want to look at it. So you lucky, Matthew Eddy, the dad, that this man did not show his ass and politely beat your butt up on that stage in front of everybody. And guess what? How would you have felt then? And then you got the nerve, once again, I can't get over this part. You got the nerve to want to run to the news station and try to justify what you done, talking about y'all had past issues. Dr. Rainey Briggs stated himself, as you all said at the bottom, that he really did not even remember you. And the only time that he ever came in contact with you or your daughter was during one incident. So you held all this against this man the whole damn school year, however long it's been. It's probably been months ago. But like I told y'all earlier in the beginning of the video, this goes to show you that people will have something against you, and then they can't wait to show you really how they feel. Because people hide how they feel and harbor ill intent, and you won't even know it until it's too late. But it also says in closing, it's not clear what motivated the incident, but it has prompted accusations claiming that maybe the father was being racist toward the superintendent. So once again, do you think that the dad was being racist? And also, do you think the dad, Matthew Eddy, should have been charged with something more severe than disorderly conduct? Because like I stated, you can stand up and start cursing inside of a place to get disorderly conduct. But how in the hell do we see you on video putting your hands on a grown man who happened to be a professional, who happened to be at work, who happened to be at a school graduation, and the only thing the police department can charge you with is disorderly conduct? Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story.
All right, so again, shout out to the Trey King show. He did a good job with that video. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout to see what updates we're going to get from this one, because it's a real interesting story. And again, he just ruined his daughter's moment for nothing, for some selfish, petty ass reasons. But then again, what else is new these days, right? So I hope justice is served here, and you know, the daughter, she can move on and not have to worry about this any longer. You know, the father can do what he does, and then the superintendent, he can move on as well and not have to worry about this any longer, because it clearly shouldn't have happened. It was out of line. It was out of order. It was disrespect on full display, arrogance on full display. But again, if the tables were turned and a black man rushed up there and it was a white man, oh yeah, y'all know what it would have been. It would have been something totally different, and we would have been seeing it in real time, y'all. Y'all know where it is. So with all that being said, again, shout out to the Trey King show. Hopefully he does a follow-up on this one. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for it on my timeline. But other than that, y'all, we've come to the end of this video. So if you like what you heard and you're ready to become part Team Discipline, go ahead and hit that like button and drop some comments if you're feeling the content, as well as letting me know what y'all think about this particular story. And last but not least, hit that subscribe button along with the bell so you're notified when I drop new videos. And until next time, my people, take care of yourselves. And remember, don't put your hands on people. And also, the power of the mind is valuable. Y'all know. Take care, y'all.